Hey, hey, hey. It's the Chaos Queen here, and you're listening to the Geekcast Radio Network.
I know what you mean, Ferb. It does seem like more than 104 days.
Hello and welcome to episode 100 of PALCA, podcast organization brought to you without a cool acronym. Fuck. Do it again, you idiot, and do it right this time.
Do it right. Do it.
Do it right the first time, you moron.
Okay, then. Carry on.
Hello and welcome to episode 100 of PALCA, brought to you by the Geekcast Radio Network. I am, of course, GHQ Mike. Joining me, as always, is Pecan Court Michael. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going. Sometimes I wish it would stop, but it's going. Today is the 100th day of summer, which means that's it, folks. We're done. No, not really. But it is the 100th day of summer. It is the time that we at the GCRN finish off. We've got a few more episodes coming, but we're winding down on the podcast organization without a cool acronym. And this time around, it is all about Tales from the Resistance, the return to the second dimension. So, Michael, are you ready to jump on the roller coaster ride that is the podcast organization without a cool acronym?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Yes, we are. I was disappointed.
What? Why?
This thing is
just
20...
jump right into it. Just jump right into my
Yeah. No wallow, no nothing. You take that shit and swallow it somewhere else. But I was disappointed because I'm sitting here thinking all day today, because as of this recording, folks, I'm just gonna spill it out right now, and he's gonna be disappointed in me because I haven't done shit. I've got episode 97 of the podcast ready to assemble. I've been editing so many other friggin' things. So yeah, folks. Even though we're recording this at Christmas time in 2024, you're probably not going to hear this until summer of 2025. But that's just kind of the way things go around here at the Geekcast Radio Network, as well as at Disney with Phineas and Ferb and delays and whatever. No, this will be out before summer 2025. But the point is, I went to get this episode done, to watch this thing, and I looked at what I really went to do was, okay, to manage my time, how long is this thing? It's only 23 fucking minutes! I'm like, are you kidding me? This is only 23 fervent minutes, really? I thought this was an hour-long special. I thought this was going to be 45 minutes on Disney+.
Oh, you thought it was another movie?
Yeah, I thought it... Well, I mean, I knew it was an episode. I didn't think it was a 2-hour movie. I didn't think it was what we'll do later with Candace Against the Universe. I thought it was a full hour-long episode.
Oh.
That's what I thought it was. And then I looked at the thing and I'm squinting at my phone because I watched this on my phone the first time, and then I watched it like a proper person on my computer the second time. But I'm looking at this and I'm like, 23 minutes? What do you mean 23 minutes?
Proper person. What are you, peasant? You're watching it on your television? Oh my god.
Oh, phone first. Then
I know. And then the computer. I know.
Well, technically, my monitor, the Samsung, whatever the hell this is, it actually doubles as a TV. It has a TV tuner in it. But anyway, I was like, holy crap! It's only 23 minutes, man.
Well, how should I put it? When I saw it was only one episode, in a 22-minute episode, I was like, that's weird. We've been doing double episodes lately, and so I just thought it was strange that you said we were only going to watch the one.
Well, that's why. Well, again, my thinking was, this is going to be 45 minutes of a cartoon. Being the 100th episode of the podcast, this is going to be something special. And I'm not saying it's not going to be special. Hello, folks. You hopefully have laughed by now. But it's one of those things where
I was
yeah, but. Literally, my
Yes, there's a word.
Yeah, there's a word there. I can't even find it.
Were you looking for incompetence? Because that's the word I was looking at. I was.
I already know I'm incompetent. Thank you, but Fuck it. It's I can't say the fucking word. I don't
Hey,
know.
don't say
Anyway,
the word. It's all right.
I
I
don't know
don't
what
mean that word.
it's not working. So the words no work. Brain 11 p.m. Eastern time. No work. No work. Must sleep. Goodbye.
11. It's not 11.
But okay, 10:29. Excuse me.
Like 10:30.
Whatever. Yeah,
You
whatever.
got
I'm an old
plenty
man.
of you got plenty of room here. You're good.
Mm-hmm.
You
Got
can do
plenty of
this.
room here.
Believe in you.
Wake a sleeping giant. Oh, God. So, in the second dimension, while Doofenshmirtz is in prison, Isabella's pet goes missing, along with many agents of the OWCA. Phineas, Ferb, and Candace and her resistance fighters must find and defeat a new foe to save the animal spies and protect their world. So, yeah, thinking this was larger, like literally, I thought our side, first dimension people came back. Nope, it's
Yeah.
just all the
Oh,
second, which is fine. I'm not complaining about that, but I'm just
it's a
stating that
sequel.
original. Yeah, I know, but I thought it being a sequel, they would involve the first dimension characters at some point or another. But I kind of like that they didn't. I kind of like it that it's just the second dimension crew.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I liked it that they kind of went back to that well, and for the most part, it was satisfying.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you said you were disappointed, I thought you meant you were disappointed in the episode because
No, I
they
was
just went
disappointed.
back to those
No,
characters, and
no,
we're
no, no.
done with them. We don't need
No,
to see
no,
them
no,
anymore.
no, no. Disappointment was the time length of the episode. I thought it
Oh,
was longer than what it was. And honestly, after watching it two times before we did the recording now, I'm like, oh, okay. That worked. 23 minutes. That's fine. That's
yeah. Like most of the writing in Phineas and Ferb, it was very tight. They crammed a lot in to a small amount of time. I don't know if it would have been any better if they had added an extra 22 minutes.
yeah, true.
I'm satisfied with what we got.
Am now. Again, it was just one of those things where when I went to prepare for it, I'm like, oh, so I don't have to set aside so much time more than what I thought I did. Is again, folks, I have issues with time. I've written, well, probably by now at least one, if not two, blog posts about time displacement. Don't get me started. But yeah, no, I like this. I think this is fun. I think this is interesting. We basically hit on every character that's in the second dimension that, has. I think Carl is on
We
the
got a couple new
three.
ones.
Yeah, I got a couple new ones too. I think Carl was on the three monitor mirror screen a little too much, but that's just Carl, and that's just me not really caring that much about Carl. But it
They
is
had
what
to
it
throw them in
is.
there somewhere.
Yeah,
Toss them. But we got Irving in a non-speaking role, and
yeah.
we got some Charlene in there,
Lots of
and it was weird.
Charlene shit. Good.
More Charlene in this episode than we've seen in the entire series so far.
Oh yeah,
I mean, she's spoken before. She's had speaking lines, but
yeah.
not much.
Mm-hmm.
She's never had a song. So,
Nope,
you know,
not until now.
yeah, so this was interesting. I was, it was the occasional Star Wars reference when Doofenshmirtz mentions his wife. He's like, there is another Doofenshmirtz.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was like, all right, I'll take that. I like the occasional set. And this is before we actually got the Star Wars episode, right? So they can
Yeah.
they can hint at it, but they can't actually.
Yeah, this is before we got the Star Wars episode of Phineas and Ferb. This is obviously way after Return of the Jedi, which
Yeah.
there's another. I do like, and this is just a wiki thing to me, but they literally call him in the wiki Doof 2's line. There is another. Like, they actually call him Doof 2. Like,
Yeah.
oh, like,
Everybody's a 2. They're all
yeah,
Phineas
yeah,
2,
yeah,
Ferb 2.
yeah. I like that.
That's
I do
better than
like that.
alternate Ferb or alternate universe. I mean,
Yeah,
AU
that's
Ferb,
true.
AU Doof. You know,
Mm-hmm.
hey you. You know,
Hey, you over
I like
there.
the Silence of the Lambs references.
Oh Lord, no.
I really like Silence of the Lambs. I just
God.
I really like this mask. I like the way it makes my voice sound. Listen, fava beans.
No.
I
No.
laughed. I
Just
laughed so hard. I thought
no.
that was hilarious because the kids that are watching this show weren't going to get that reference. This was
Oh
specifically
no.
for us. Yeah,
Yeah, this is specifically for people that would actually get the reference.
yeah. In fact, the Hannibal Lecter, uh, the dolly, right? I mean, it's set up on like a dolly. That's kind of terrifying when you think about it.
It's very terrifying. I was
Hey,
in a Cracker Barrel recently, and because it's Christmas time here
that
in
is
2020.
terrifying.
No, well, that's a whole other podcast. Don't get me started on the cult that is the Cracker Barrel store. Okay, I
Cracker
have no.
cult.
Yeah, that's right. Cracker Barrel Cult, CBC, Cracker Barrel Cult. Okay, I have no
Yeah.
problem with Cracker Barrel restaurant. I have no problem with the restaurant side of it. I have no problem. I love the food. The food's great. Don't get me wrong. Those corn muffins could use a little work though. But it's one of those things where that store is not big enough for as many people as they cram
No.
in there because you have to get people in there that are waiting for a table because
Yeah.
sometimes it's 15 to 20 minutes to 45
Wait,
minutes long
waiting in
to
line
wait
to
for
pay.
waiting in
Yeah.
line to
Exactly.
pay, and then all of the other people
Buying
who are
tchotchkes.
shopping, yeah, buying all the tchotchkes and the things and
Yeah.
whatever. So anyway, point is since we're
You'd
talking
think that
about
they would have aisles or like space enough for two people to stand side by side while they're staring at tchotchkes.
single file, stay in line.
Yeah.
Back in
Uh,
line, or else you're doomed. Doom.
yeah.
But
Get out of here. Go sit in one of those folding rocking chairs.
oh god, I tried. No, I am way too old for that shit.
The
Uh,
rocking chairs? I love the rock.
yes,
That's the whole point of
no.
going. You sit in the rocking
I
chair.
know, I know the whole point. The problem is I'm too old and I'm too fat. I don't fit, even in the biggest one they had.
Oh
Uh,
no.
yeah, no. You don't want to see a fat guy try to fit into one of the Cracker Barrel rocking chairs. Trust me, it's not a good thing. My point in saying all of this is that when I went to Cracker Barrel, because it was
Yes.
Christmas time when I went, there was a fake plasticky tchotchke giant Clarice the reindeer from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. My first thought was, "Oh, hello, Clarice."
Hello,
And since we're
Clarice.
talking about Silence of the Lambs and fava beans, blah, no.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay, so now that we've finally gotten around to the point of that story,
Yeah, exactly. I told you that story to tell you this one, but I don't actually have a second story to tell anybody anymore. But that's it.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we're done here.
Yeah, we're done here. Good night, everybody. Uh, shortest episode 100 ever,
Uh,
and the people all cheered.
let's wrap this up. So, a couple other things to mention before we do wrap up is the cyborg animal agents.
Yep.
That was fun. I really liked that. I like the idea that they had the anti-cyborg chips implanted into the little hats. So in order to free them, they had to turn them back into Pauka agents.
Yep.
Pauka agents, rather.
Yes.
That
It's
was
all the
clever.
same.
I
Yeah, it's
liked.
good. It works.
I thought it was cool. Yeah. What else did I like? I like the Mega Man guns. You're old enough
Yeah,
to have
those
played
were
Mega
good.
Man.
Yep, those
Got
were
one
good.
big old arm gun. And the Firestorm girls.
Yes, they're great.
Almost didn't recognize them because they're not dressed up as Fireside Girls
Fireside
anymore.
Girls.
They're just wearing their
They're just normal people in their gray and black. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say they're black tactical outfits. They're almost like military.
Well, I mean that's the point because
Yeah.
second dimension resistance is futile and all that.
Sure, okay. But yeah, I like that part. I was like, wait a minute, who are all these? Oh, these are Fireside Girls. All right, I get it now.
That's right.
And then I forgot that they were called Firestorm Girls until Candace mentioned it, and I was like, that's awesome. All right. In their tactical vest.
Yes.
What else do you got?
I like her. I like Charlene's song, the convoluted. Both of their. Technically, it's with both of them, but she starts at the convoluted reasons we pretend to be divorced.
Yeah,
That's hilarious. I love that. That's awesome.
that was a
There
good song.
isn't. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good song. And then there isn't. Trying to think before I sneeze. Trying not to sneeze.
But
Trying to use all my brain power to tell my nose to not do the thing that it wants to do.
I will talk briefly about Vanessa while you mute and sneeze. But yeah, so it was a Vanessa, but she had a very small speaking role. She didn't get to sing this time. She really should have ran out and had a little something to say during the divorce song, because divorce only destroys families, and
True.
she should have chimed in about how she was so happy that her parents were actually together.
Well, I think that's the irony of her not saying it because she knows they are. Well, no, I'm saying, dude, trust
Oh,
me.
she's in on it. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
she's in on it because
Oh.
that scene when she goes, you guys run, and they all run. Yeah, I know.
She's like, you know
Yes,
what? You guys, come on over here. I got to talk to you. And I'm thinking,
yeah,
she's gonna bolt.
run.
She's gonna
Yeah,
grab them both and jump out a
yeah,
window.
exactly. And look what happened. Yeah, no. Second Dimension Vanessa knows all. She's in on the gag,
Yeah.
which is fine, which works. Now, as
Tony's
someone
in on it too because he's driving the getaway car.
Hey, look, at least Tony ain't fucking Johnny. Tony's better than John. Oh god.
Oh, you know what? I forgot which one was the current boyfriend. I was like, is this the one that was whining because she broke up with him, but she's with him in this universe?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Yeah. So in the first dimension, it's Johnny who is the whiny bitch. In the second dimension, it's this Tony. What's his name? Which is Huzulo or
Tony Mazzulo.
Yeah, it's too bad they couldn't have named him Tony Danza. Oh wait,
it's already a Tony Danza.
I know, but talk about who's the boss. But yeah, no. Second, and look, I come from divorced parents, and you're absolutely right. Divorce hurts kids, and it hurts everybody involved, and all of that, and everything else. But at least in this case, normally it would be a bad, and I think that's the whole point of the opposite of the second dimension is that it's a pretend thing for everybody else. It's a front for everybody else, but the family, the three of them, they know. So yeah, Vanessa was in on it the whole time. She's in on the gag.
She's in on it. She knows.
She doesn't need any emotionally scarring backstories like her father does.
just the one choo-choo. He tosses that choo-choo out.
I know. Backstory revolving or whatever.
I just laughed a lot during this episode. It was and again, it's different. They still touch on all the stuff. You still have the yes, I am. You still have the Ferb who refuses to speak after one line. He's got one line per show. He actually says it. I've only got one line per show. And he says, "Oh, so you don't actually say anything?" And he just blinks at them. And
at them. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's not what he not says. It's how he not says it.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. So there was and Sepulveda. So there's this whole thing in the beginning where you've got oddly these weird whispering kind of voices in the background, and I couldn't hear them properly. I'm like, what the hell is she saying? I had to turn on the closed captions, and when I did, I'm just like, what the hell? I still don't understand. She's like, she's like, I'm speaking Elvish, and he's like, well, what does that mean? And she's like, this doesn't mean anything. It's a made up word. And he's like, oh, I want to do that too. And she's like, oh, do it. And he says, Sepulveda. And I'm like, is that it? Is that an Elvish word? And he's like, no, it's an exit on the 405.
Yeah, it's an exit.
And I'm like, I think I've been there. I think I've been by Sepulveda. That's funny.
Probably. The funnier thing would have been to tie this into resistance and futile and boy Borgs and girl Borgs and all that stuff. He should have said.
Yeah.
He should have said. Even though this is a separate, I know I'm mixing my universes here when I say
Yeah.
this, but he should have said Sebulba. Like it should have been Sebulba.
Yeah,
Star Wars. That would
it's
have been funny.
not the worst Star Wars character because there were at least
Way
2 or 3
worse.
more in that movie,
Yeah.
but it was pretty damn close to being the worst. It was just a terrible character.
God, that movie is 25 years old this year.
If we could make a character that's completely CGI, what would we do? I don't know. Maybe make him walk around on his hands. Oh yeah, let's do that.
Maybe have him trip and have him fall into the electronics and have his tongue electroshock therapied.
Yes, that's exactly what we should do.
Yeah.
We should,
Yes,
no,
exactly.
that might have been the worst character. But then we have Mini Greedo. I mean, there's just all sorts of really questionable decisions being made in this movie. And
yes. Not in this episode, luckily.
Well, the younger people, they kind of come and see it with fresh eyes, and they seem to like it. But when it first came out, I was unimpressed. I was not happy.
I was because I was 19 at the time, so I was in theaters. My butt was in the seat in the theater.
Yeah, like
I was
yeah,
absolutely. It was an opening day because I was impressed with how clean the universe looked in the beginning.
It's not dirty. It's not lived in.
Yeah,
it's all CGI. You can't run around with a dirty rag and muss everything up if it's CGI. But,
you could if the rag was CGI.
You got computer graphics all over my rag. That's all right. I'm just wiping them over everything. But yeah, it's not only everything was clean. It's like everything's fresh and clean and new, and even their spaceships are shiny. It's like completely chrome spaceships. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, that N1 needed some dirt.
Man. Yeah, it needed some dirt. It needed some of that good old Tatooine filth.
Yeah,
smashed all into everything. You need Luke Skywalker with a screwdriver trying to get that crap out of the nooks and crannies.
Luke Skywalker with a screwdriver. Who needs a lightsaber? He's got a screwdriver. Luke Skywalker, the mechanical Jedi.
Basically how we meet him, and he's like, oh man, what do you got jammed in here?
Yep.
Let me get rid of that for you.
Oh, I got rid of that.
Shit.
This hot girl shows
There's
up.
A hot chick inside. What?
Yeah, there's a hot chick inside this metal trash can.
Let me try this other hole. See what comes out. Over here.
Hey, bring her back. Play the message back. What do you mean you can't, R2?
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
He's like, come on, man. All right, so now that we've gotten that out of our system.
Yes.
Whiny Luke. Shut up, Wormy. Wormy, that's what they called him.
Oh, Lord. Are you sure he can't see you? It's a one-way mirror. Here, watch this. They didn't put the mirror in yet.
So the funny thing is, like, I'm looking at the wiki, right? And it says memorable quotes. They put the entire script in. The entire script is a memorable quote. I'm like, seriously? Really? I mean, it was a good episode, but the entire... I mean, even this, he says, I think I stepped on a slug. A slug? Yeah, wait a second. What do you call those things that eat nuts and live in trees? A squirrel? Oh, yeah, it was definitely a slug. And I'm like, how did this get in? How did this make it? How did this get greenlit? I don't understand. And then there was some funny things, like Candace and her ice cream.
Yep.
Oh, hey, let's have some ice cream. And Candace is like, ice cream? What is that? Some kind of weird yelling game? I had to see it written down in the wiki to get the joke.
Really?
Ice
cream?
Ice cream?
Come on.
Yes.
I scream, you scream, we all scream. Come on.
A weird yelling game? I'm like, I have no idea what that means. I don't understand. Yeah, and the whole one-way mirror thing, it's like, like you mentioned earlier, Carl, in and out of the mirrors. It's like, they really need, and again, these are usually pretty tight scripts, but they're adding some fluff in here that I think could have been replaced with something maybe a little funnier. Punch this up a little bit, or maybe add another 30 seconds of giant robot ant battle. Because who doesn't want to see that? That's awesome.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of scenes that I don't want to call it cinematography because there's a word for it in animation. It's like scene layout or something. But they did a lot of these like cinematic scenes where they're going for a wide view, or they're going for an overhead view, or they're spinning around their characters while they do action things like fight with giant ants. Giant robot ants. The whole thing with Isabella, fighting the giant ant it would have been right at home in an action movie.
Mm-hmm. Well, isn't this didn't she try to, what's the phrase I'm looking for? Lack of oxygen and sleep deprivation have my brain not functioning tonight, folks.
Asphyxiation.
No, the thing. Didn't she like thread the needle through the legs of the? Didn't she basically?
I thought she was going for. I thought she was going for an AT-AT. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
go
what
for
I
the legs.
thought.
It might be our only shot.
Yeah, that's what I thought she was doing. That's the whole time, the whole scene.
So too. But then one leg came off, and I was like, wait a minute, it's got 6. It can't stand on 5. It's like, crap, my leg is gone. It just falls over.
I mean, if you have 6 legs, that's an even number, and if you have 5 or 3 or 1, that's an odd number. And nobody can stand. Well, you can stand on one leg, but it's kind of like riding a unicycle.
But I mean, even if it only had 3, it could still stumble along. I mean, dogs and cats can stumble along with 3 legs, and they're not used to having 6. What? Is 3-legged dogs too depressing for you?
No, I just no, it's not that.
What's wrong?
Three-legged. You said 3-legged dogs, and my first thought was to the Charlie Sheen movie Terminal Velocity, where he plays Mitch Brody, and he has to go to Russia, and there's a 3-legged dog in that movie. Oh. Anyway, yeah, it's the whole thing.
Yeah, now I'm depressed. Thanks.
Hey, you started this shit, mister. How many legs do they stay at? Remove one leg, everything's fucked. Yeah,
you got plenty of legs.
You got plenty of legs. You can stand on 5 legs.
Technically, you could rip off one more, and it could walk on 4. It would be fine.
It'd be fine.
Yeah, it could actually probably even lope that way. It might be better.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yikes! I mean, folks, we as humans stand on 2 legs, and half the time, most of us can't do that. So you never know what taking a 1/6 of legs away from robotic ants. Robotic, and like this is like
robo ant.
Why can't you just grow a new leg, you robot? Like just.
Honestly, just where's the pop-out wheels?
Exactly.
Very poorly designed giant robot.
This is a very poorly designed Transformers episode, is what this is.
No, I want to see it turn into a robot. Come on, man.
Yeah.
There was a ball dropped here.
Yeah, very much. This is a lot of fun, and I don't really have any we don't moments. There isn't anything in here that is like, that's kind of that makes me not like the episode.
Aside from a joke that might have been taken a little, too long. Some things that could have been punched up a little bit, but I mean, again, it's a very entertaining episode. I liked going back to these characters. I liked that, the Phineas and Ferb alternate universe characters weren't like, I know what we're going to do today. We're going to rebuild society. It's like, no, we're just going to play a game. We have no idea how to play this game, but we're going to do it. I thought that was cute. I enjoyed it. I liked the whole thing. Would I have liked it a little more? Maybe, maybe another. I don't know how much more we could possibly cram into this. But yeah, if I had to give it a rating, I'd probably say, 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. 4 out of 5. Ain't bad. I do love, how many agents did we lose, Carl? 26.
37.
26? Oh. Now that would have been funny. But it's
That
like
would have been funny.
That would have been funny.
26.
But he says 2026, sir, which is hello, English, U.S. alphabet, blah, blah, blah. So there's an animal agent for every letter of the
one for
alphabet.
each letter?
Yep.
Including Perry.
Including
there's one
Perry.
for each. Really? There's one for each letter of the alphabet?
That's what the background information on the Phineas and Ferb Wikipedia says, is that it says... Carl, too, mentions that they lost 26, the same number of letters in the English alphabet agents since they have 20 agents A through Z. So, I don't know.
Yeah. All right, I guess that makes sense. I'll buy that. Sure.
For $1.
For $1. I'll buy that for $1. Yeah. So, yeah, 26, including Agent P, 26.
Yeah.
7. Trying to losing the agents on the way to the parking lot.
Yeah. That's not be good.
Another reference kids won't get. Yeah.
No. And as they shouldn't, because that's not a child movie.
It was such a good movie.
I was
a child when I saw it. Oh, you know what? And there was a Balloony reference. Yeah, before we go, we gotta throw that in there too.
Was there? I missed that. Where was Balloony?
Yeah. Well, there's a picture of it in the wiki. So I mean, when they were infiltrating the evil lair, there was this huge Balloony face.
Gotcha. Yep. Very cool.
And it was it's weird because there was like a statue of Doofenshmirtz and Balloony was like looming over it, and it was like, that's kind of a weird. I'm not even gonna wonder about that. But it was neat to see it. But you would think Balloony would be one of those things where it's like, oh, tragic backstory, but no, he's there.
Oh, he's there. That's okay. Besides, losing Balloony is not going to be backstory de-evolving. It's going to be the loss of the choo-choo that makes Doofenshmirtz evil again, not Balloony. Oh, boy. But yeah. 4.5 out of 5 for Tales from the Resistance, The Return to the Second Dimension.
Good stuff.
Good stuff, as always. Okay, so yeah, we're going to take a quick ad break and hear some podcast ads and some other stuff. We'll come back to close the show right after this.
In the meantime, I'd like to introduce you to a little thing the kids are calling ice cream.
Ice cream? Wait, what is that? Some kind of weird yelling game?
Hello, geeks and geekettes! Looking for a podcast that covers a vast array of topics? Then check out Altered Geek Unleashed, where we discuss our thoughts on this week's geeky news, tech, gaming, television shows, movies, cartoons, comics, and more. So, get altered, get geeky with the Altered Geeks. Every Friday on the Geekcast Radio Network.
Are you missing entertainment in your life? Welcome to Captain Ruggles Gaming. Whether it's guides, roleplay content, or our shenanigans with our collaborations with the 20 years standing strong Fart Clan, also known as Fast Action Response Team, or the Wrecking Crew, we have something for everyone. So join us when we traverse the cosmos of space games, survive the undead in zombie games, or just having fun in first-person shooters or random indie games. Visit us now at geekcastradio.com and youtube.com/@Captain Ruggles, or Google search Captain Ruggles Gaming. It's game time, and I'll see you out on the battlefield.
Because the world needs another movie podcast.
The Geekcast Radio Network presents for your listening pleasure the Cinema Geek.
Hosted by Amanda, Kevin, Matt, and Dan.
Each week we dive headfirst in the landscape of movies as we discuss movie news, play movie games,
go in-depth on reviews,
and even have a top 10 countdown or two.
Also, don't miss our director retrospective series, where we review noted directors' movies film by film. Bottom line is, if you love movies and love podcasts, you need to experience the Cinema Geeks.
You can find us on iTunes, Blog Talk Radio, or GeekCastRadio.com.
Are you in need of what the heck did I just listen to? Are you in need of a laugh at the expense of the internet? Boy, do I have a treat for you. Here at Lyrically Audacious, we turn just about anything into music. Visit us now at youtube.com/@symbol, Lyrically Audacious, all one word. So swing by, have a laugh. Stay lyrical, stay audacious, here at Lyrically Audacious.
For the best in science fiction, join Mark Baumgarten, Vicky Jakubowski, Zion Kiros, and Juan San Miguel on the award-winning podcast Marku 42's Universe. Doctor Who, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Star Trek, and more are all fair game with Marku 42, which has been around since 2012 in one form or another. Marku 42's Universe is proud to be a part of Geekcast Radio Network, the best place to get your geek on. Listen to us bi-weekly or weekly if we have a topic relevant for you, our listeners. Marku 42 on Geekcast Radio Network, a match made in a galaxy near you.
Do you like the Transformers?
Yes.
Do you like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Do you like IDW Comics?
And comic book podcasts?
Then come check out Ninjas and Bots. Each week we look at an issue of Transformers
or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from their IDW Comics incarnation. We drop episodes every Saturday morning.
Just like the cartoons we loved as a kid. The show can be found on your favorite podcatcher and at johnreadscomics.com.
See you then.
Hi, I'm Dan, and I'm the host of the Rock Nerd Radio Show, which airs live on HudsonRiverRadio.com every Wednesday evening at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It also gets backed up as a podcast, which you can find on your preferred podcasting platform. Every week on my show, I talk about all kinds of pop culture. I talk about music, I talk about movies, TV, comics, collectibles, and so much more. I also feature a guest on my show periodically, which you might enjoy. I have a couple of special segments on my show, one called the Cover Song of the Week and My Favorite Thing in the World This Week. If you think this sounds cool, check it out sometime. I hope you do.
On the Simplistic Reviews podcast, we talk movies. We talk TV. We talk...
Hello, Julie, what the heck are you doing?
Trying to make our spots sound more exciting by adding explosions.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could have got the point across with sound effects, not the real thing. Car.
Download the show on iTunes or at simplisticreviews.blogspot.com.
I'm sure your insurance company will cover that.
No, they won't.
No, they probably won't.
Now surrender.
A Doofenshmirtz never surrenders! We fight until the last man!
Hey, wait a minute, I'm the last man. Don't I get a say in this?
Oh, come on, honey, it'll be fun!
All right, hold it! Everybody just stop! Excuse me. Can I talk to my parents? Listen, Mom, Dad, come here. You guys, I'm only gonna say this once. Run!
I got a huge bag of gummy nerds over here, and I'm just happy as a clam.
Clams are salty, though. They're not sweet. Anyway, that's a whole other rabbit hole. All right, folks, we are back here on the podcast organization without a cool acronym. This is our 100th episode, so as of this recording, and hopefully by the time you folks hear this before summer of 2025, I just released episode 100 of Studio 2009. Studio 2009 is our podcast where we talk about anything in the audio or visual realm, so if you can see it, hear it, watch it, read it, listen to it, we'll cover it. And that only took 4.5 years. It's taken us it's taken us 8 years. We started this podcast in 2016, folks. It's taken us 8 years to get to episode 100. Oh, wow. Boy. I mean, there's a lot of things that happened in those 8 years, obviously, but it is what it is. We are here at episode 100, so yay. Any final thoughts from you, sir, about Tales from the Resistance, or any other final thoughts in general before I run through the closing?
Sepulveda.
Any other relevant thoughts other than just saying a street name?
I actually had a relevant thought, or a non-relevant thought, but I'm going to save it until after the show because it won't be relevant by the time this comes out.
I mean, you know, if I speed things along.
Okay. I'm looking at my screen. I've got Epic Games up, right? And every week, Epic Games offers free video games. And they say, here's our free video game for the week. This week's free video game is Lego Star Wars. All three of the the Skywalker saga, all in one, including all of the updated character skins. So you can play as like Ahsoka or the Bad Batch. And it's free. And, you know, I've played these on like the PlayStation.
Yeah.
And and they're so much fun. And they came out for PC probably a couple of years ago, and it was a huge deal when they came to PC. But now they're offering it for free. So I mean, if you're interested in that type of thing, and we're huge Star Wars fans, I would run right now, grab that for free off Epic Games. And again, if you're listening to this in the summer of 2025, you're way too late.
Like a specific time frame on this, like. It doesn't
sale ends December 12th, 2024.
Oh, crap. That means I have to have 97, 98, 99. Oh, God. Well, we are a daily podcast around here, so...
Feel free to delete this part, and just make an announcement somewhere else. But I would say, if you're interested in Star Wars, and you have access to, to PC gaming... check out Epic Games, and and honestly, if you play Fortnite, and who doesn't on the PC, then you might not, but if you do, you have access to free Lego Star Wars.
Very cool, very cool. Thank you for joining us here on Palka. There are several ways to get in contact with us to leave feedback for the show. You can visit the website geekcastradio.com, where you can listen to and comment on all of our content. Plus, we now have a brand new fourth wall store on the website. Visit shop.geekcastradio.com, where you can get t-shirts, sweatshirts, glasses, drinking glasses, mugs, and all that other stuff. Did you get your mug yet?
No, I don't think I'm going to get a mug. I still have to order a hat, though.
Oh, it was a hat. That's what it was.
It was a hat, yeah.
I didn't remember. I couldn't remember if you said, I want that mug or I want that hat. Like, that's a nice hat. I'm like, do you get your hat yet? Oh, boy. Anyway, yeah, check that out, folks. You can email us feedback at geekcastradio.com. You can check us out on any of the podcatching clients you choose to use, Apple, Spotify, all that good stuff. You can follow us on Twitter at geekcastradio for the network. I am at TF2 and Mike. He doesn't use Twitter anymore, but it was Pecan CT Michael back in the day.
I think it's still there. I think I just started Threads. I'm probably going to start up a Blue Sky soon.
Yeah, Blue Sky's all right. I've heard people say other things about it, but it's all right. It works.
I'm hearing that people are saying that Threads is as toxic as Twitter right now, so they're like, we need Blue Sky.
So, all right, well, this is a cartoon show, folks, about a cartoon, and they don't have too many... they've got mayoral races, they've got evil scientists who want to take over the town, and take over the tri-state area, and take over the world at some point, and whatever else, but what I've heard recently lately is like, oh, all the left are fleeing to Blue Sky because Twitter is blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, God, shut the hell up. Just enjoy whatever social media you prefer to enjoy. I'm on all of them. Threads is what I use the least because I often forget that it's there. Threads and Blue Sky, I don't use either one of them as much. I may open it like once a day or once every 6 days. Like, Threads is less used than Blue Sky.
As an old person, I find Facebook to be very helpful.
Yep.
And so,
absolutely.
But Facebook is always like, "Have you seen this thread?" And I'm like, "No, I haven't. What is it?" And I look at it.
No.
Yeah, I click on it. And it says, "Oh, you don't have Threads." I'm like, well, fine.
Well, if you had Instagram, you'd have Threads. So
I have Instagram. Maybe it's Instagram that I thought it was Facebook. Maybe it's Instagram that wants me to use.
Well, it's all Meta anyway, but
they're all owned by the same company, right? I mean, Facebook, and Threads, and Instagram.
It's all Meta.
Okay.
The thing about the Facebook thing is, like, have you seen this thread on Threads? No, I haven't, and I don't want to see it on my Facebook. So please, X.
Seen this thread on Threads? No.
Like, literally, the other day, I got a suggestion for a page that they're like, would you like to like this fan? And look, folks, we want you to like our fan page on Facebook because, you know, that's part of the promotion around here. But the thing of it is if you are going to suggest to me a page that makes a post using that dumbass, lame-ass, fake-ass AI male generic voice, and you know which one I'm talking about, the one that just is so, like, look, I'm about as bland as can be, folks. I'm vanilla as all white people can be. I'm one step below albino, not really. But it's one of those things where, but that voice is just so goddamn annoying. And this page suggestion was like, here, we're going to give you, Mike Blanchard, who has been a lifelong Knight Rider fan, a recap of Knight Rider with this generic male AI voice that you hate. No, don't, and stop. Exit out. Don't show that shit to me. Get out. Get it. It's like fending off whatever people sword slashes or what. It's like I'm in a fencing class on social media sometimes. It's like, nope, get out of here. Nope, get out of here. It's like, whatever. Anyway, we're on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, go like Geekcast Radio Network. That's the fan page on Facebook.
Now come full circle.
Yes, exactly. See? It works. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Palka and wish you'll join us next time when we will be giving you our thoughts on the next 4 individual cartoons for Phineas and Ferb Season 4, which include The Return of the Rogue Rabbit, Live and Let Drive, Lost in Danville, and The Innator Method. Dun dun dun. For now, I am Snot-Nosed TFG and Mike with
Econ CT Michael.
Thank you for listening. Until next time. Oh, yeah. And unleash the geek in you.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah, so all this is going to get cut out
We've already overanalyzed it. We've already discussed too much.
Please. There's no such thing. Not here at the Geekcast Radio Network. There's no such thing as overanalyzation. What are you talking about? Where the hell have you been for the last 15 and a half years?
Technically, they could have multiple Tales from the Resistance episodes. I mean, they don't have to stop at just one. They could go back and see how they're doing later.
They could. I hope they don't, but they could.
You know, the Doofenshmirtz are still at large, so...
Yes, that's very true. I mean, they could do a whole new separate series. Adventures from the Second Dimension, or Tales from the Second Dimension...
Or Tales from the Resistance, you know.
Yes. More Tales from the Resistance. If they did more Tales from the Second Dimension, you have to get the Crypt Keeper to do Tales. You know, so.
You know what? If they're really clever, they could spell it TAILS and have it all about the Pauka agents or Auka agents.
Yeah.
Auka agents. A through Z.
Yep.
Agent U. What is a U?
Please don't even.
Animal starts with U.
Oh shit. I should know this. God damn it.
Like Umber Hulk, but that's only in D&D.
I was thinking Ocelot, but that's an O.
That's an O, yeah. Ocelot.
Yeah, I know Ocelot is an O. What big... Oh, God, I can't believe I'm going to do this. Hey,
no,
Google.
Don't. Please don't.
What is an animal that begins with the letter U?
I don't really care that much.
A to Z animals. The animals that start with the letter U are the Wakari, Waru cichlid, Yugasu, Uinta ground squirrel, Uintatherium, Ulysses butterfly.
Okay, shut up, Google.
There's not really any more. That's about it.